Okay, I'm here with Sue and Kerri, 2/3 of the Good Lovelies. Thank you for coming in.
It's our
Thanks
pleasure.
for having us.
I listened to your new album, Let the Rain Fall, that came out today. I listened to it this morning, and it really brightened up my morning.
Oh,
Good.
My mornings are usually really dark. And I have to ask, are you that happy as you come across on the album?
I'd
as
say
people?
we try to find the silver lining. Put it
Oh,
that
that's
way.
a nice way of putting it, Sue. Aw, shucks, buddy. I think we do, and I think we bring it out in each other. I think if we were driving the 12 hours to the next show by ourselves, maybe it wouldn't be as cheery. But having someone egg you on, it's pretty fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say it might make us a little inhuman to say that we are happy, that happy all the
100% of the time, I'm never glum.
Yeah.
It's a very eclectic album, and I mean, I can kind of guess as to some of your musical influences on it. One of the songs you just played, Kiss Me in the Kitchen, it really takes me back to the 40s, actually.
Cool.
And I mean, there's some jazzy sort of stuff on the album, some folk.
Yeah.
Do the three of you really share musical influences or what you're listening to?
I mean, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say that it's eclectic because there's 3 writers. I know that's why, and I know that the reason that it ends up working like an album is because we bring out, again, there's like a Good Lovely sound that has erupted from us being together. So, so I can see why. You can see, you can hear all the jazz, the folk, the pop.
Probably if you go back, our main influences differ person to person, and so each.
You listen to a lot of
of
Public Enemy when she
I
was
did.
younger. Caroline.
A lot of hip hop influence.
Caroline, since she's not here to
True.
defend herself, she just mostly listened to, I don't know what I was going to say. Okay, Joni Mitchell, James Taylor, Simon Garfunkel. I listen to Bare Naked Ladies and Alanis Morissette, so.
So do the different sort of styles represented in the different songs, does that just depend on who's writing the songs, basically?
For the most part. But the more we write as a group, the more it shifts a little bit, and we actually have started to influence each other. So I've been influenced by their writing as well. So yeah, it starts to work in there a little bit. So I'm curious, about the next one.
Interesting. So this is your 3rd album, right?
3rd full length. We did a short little EP before we did any of the full-length records.
Okay. How would you compare it to your first 2? Not quality-wise, it's all gold, but just sonically or stylistically?
I think, well, the album previous to this was a Christmas record, so
it's hard to compare things to the Christmas record.
It's its own, it's its own orange, as it were. But we took a different approach to recording this one, where we stuck in a studio for 2 weeks, did the bass bed tracks and then the vocal tracks, it all together with one band instead of what happened the first time, which was a little bit more kind of, this song needed this person, so we'd call them in, and I don't know, it was a bit
more piecework.
It was a little bit more of a quilt, and this one kind of came together quite quickly all at once last August when we were recording it. So that is a big deal to me. It felt like we knew more what we were looking for, even though we still needed to workshop the songs. We just kind of had an idea.
I'm trying to build on what we did in the first record, so there's still some stuff in there that's similar to the sound of the first record, but then tried to take it further and develop and grow, I guess.
And we used the same producers, Adam King and Les Cooper, for both, for Adam's been part of all 4 records. Lucky guy, got to sit in the basement with us and make the first EP in 12 hours or whatever we let him do it. But it's been a lot of fun with seeing where they take our songs too. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. And one thing I love about the album is their Canadian references in a few songs. One,
it's true.
A reference to streets in Toronto. One song, Mrs. T, which you played for us, it's mostly in French. I don't know what it's about, but there might be Canadian references in it.
Yeah, she talks about Montreal and
going down
so
to Saint
on.
Laurent, about language and communication. Yeah.
Okay. Caroline brought a lot of Canadian influence into it. She did the song Kingston as well,
there's also one track I have to bring up. Speaking of Canadian references, a song that can best be described as a cover of Canaan's Crab Bucket. How did that come about? If you had asked me, I wouldn't have guessed that you would be covering that song. Yeah.
Some of the
I don't remember how it came.
I think the most fun thing that we've done when we are first and foremost performers and writers, but when you do cover a song, you want it to be a bit out of your element and something. I remember thinking that the Gin and Juice cover, like Snoop Dogg's Gin and Juice, it was covered by the, oh my gosh, I'm going to forget right now because I've got the camera running. Thank you. The Gourds did it. That was Caroline. Help me out right there. And it's such a great bluegrass cover of this hip hop song. So we were like, well, what would suit us? And we all started listening to some of the songs we already liked, and we were like, let's make that into a.
There were some harmonies already in there, and thought, we could do that. We could grab onto that.
So we've been singing it for a few years, and then it kind of was a last-minute addition to the record. It was we've always sung it, but we were like, does it make sense? Should we do it? Let's just do it, and let's just see what happens. So.
It really works, though. I mean, both in and of itself and on the album, though.
Thanks.
Great, thank you.
So touring plans, you're playing some shows in Ontario to support it, I believe?
Mostly Ontario, yeah. So we'll spend most of March east, west, and north, all over Ontario.
And then as soon as March is over, as soon as that tour, we're going to end in Toronto on April 2nd to play at the Great Hall, and then take a couple naps, and then go to Australia for April, and then take a nap, and then go to UK for half of May. So
Ever been?
Never, neither.
No.
No, it'll be the first time for both.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it.
That should be cool. Expose you to some new
kangaroos.
fans.
Oh, right, new fans.
Yeah, and kangaroos. And whatever's in the UK.
Priorities.
right, fans, music.
Here and there. Yeah.
That'll be an adventure, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, congratulations on the new album, and thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Explore Music wears English laundry apparel.